Top of the morning, people. Top of the morning. Top of the morning. How everybody doing today? Got my coffee. Got my kush up in me. Alright. Now man, I wasn't doing a whole lot on this old block FEG duck or nothing. I wasn't trying to really do nothing on that situation. But I still got family and shit in Chicago. And it's like, you gotta watch what layers and everything you uncover, man, when you actually affiliated, when you actually attached to that area of this whole little situation, you know what I mean? And I don't think people take the severity of how serious this really is when you're not from that era, when you're not from that area or nothing. You can just say and do whatever you feel, and people feel like there's no repercussions to anything they say, like there's no repercussion to anything they do, man. So, but that's why you don't see a lot of Chicago bloggers that goes like in depth, you know what I mean, really dig into people's character and go to violating a lot of people, you know what I mean? Because it's like, you got to account for that, man. You got to stand firm on that, and you have to be responsible for what comes out of your mouth. So this video really not about the case in general. This was about Hassan Campbell and his disregard for a mother that's mourning, his total disrespect towards a mother that's trying to stand tall and stand firm for her son. I don't agree with how he go about handling the whole Mama Duck situation. Because it's like, I don't think he understand the severity of his words, the severity of his actions. He just goes, and let me explain. A lot of stuff Hassan says, I can agree with a lot of stuff in a lot of topics he go at. I don't always agree with his delivery. I don't always agree with his method to his madness. But some of the stuff he hits home on a lot of stuff. But some stuff he goes off the rail and just takes it too far. And this is one of those situations I think he's taken too far. You're disrespecting this woman with no regard. And I feel as though if you was in Chicago, you wouldn't carry it like that, bro. If you was in Chicago, your dialogue would be 100% different. You would tone that shit down. You would definitely make sure your delivery was different, and your aggressiveness would definitely be put in a different box. Cause if not, your shit would be wired up, bro. You would not come off with that much aggression, man, like you carrying it like that, man. Cause it's a lot of people respect that lady, even on the so-called opposition side. You would have some of them so-called demons that you call that's ops. They would wire your shit up for the way you going about handling it with Mama Duck, bro. That's why you see a lot of them telling you, man, keep their name out your mouth, because you using them like they against her also, and you using them as clickbait in your videos and stuff. And they like, man, why's this dude putting my name in his shit? You know what I mean? Because motherfuckers don't agree. Chicago's a different city, man. And people need to understand, like, Chicago's not like New York or LA, Texas, Atlanta, none of them cities, man. So you have to take into account, when she was raising them kids up in that era, the things that's available right now, those things wasn't available then. So she was they was coming up in a different era. So raising a kid in Chicago was a tough task. It was a tough task raising a kid in Chicago at that time, bro. It was limited resources. It was very limited resources for a single parent, for a single mother in that era, coming up on that south side of Chicago. That's what I come from. I can speak on this topic because I personally come from that. I personally come from that same environment. So I understand what she went through raising them kids and raising them boys in that era. As that's the same shit my mom went through. And then you add on top of, if she was going through her personal demons that she was battling with, you got to take all that shit into account. So for Hassan to come off with so much disregard and so much disrespect, it's like, man, it's out of pocket, man. And it's like, man, you would think for him to go through the situations he's went through, he would have a little bit more empathy for people. But he comes off with so much now he comes off with so much arrogance, like he's made it. You know what I mean? But bro, you flawed also, man. You flawed also. And you can't judge that woman. And you talking about how Duck's dad should carry it and this, that, and the third. Man, if that man was in your presence, man, do you know what he would do to you with the language and the way you coming across, bro? That man would go in your mouth. He would go in your mouth. And you got this perception of how rugged and raw you are, man. You need to stop with that shit, man. You really need to stop with all of that, man. Because it's like, man, you would not carry it in that fashion if you was in the presence of some Chicago G's that you talking about. You wouldn't carry it like that, bro. And I know you wouldn't. You can say what you want to say, but you wouldn't. You definitely wouldn't. You know what I mean? Or it'd be some situations. It's just that simple, man. And Hassan's problem is, Hassan don't give two fucks about Duck. He don't give two fucks about Old Block. He don't give two fucks about none of her kids that have been killed or died. Hassan's problem is New York's not New York anymore. He's mad because New York has gone into LA gangs and taken over by Chicago-style music. That's Hassan's biggest issue. That New York doesn't have that old-school New York image anymore. That's Hassan's biggest issue about everything. So he has a problem with all the outside influence that has now taken over the young generation inside of New York. That's his biggest issue. And you go over there to the clubhouse and you listen to him, and you got Gotti over there cheerleading them on, sitting over there riding dick, you know what I mean? And come on, dude. You're a little young sucker for real, bro. And it's like, y'all dudes wouldn't carry it like that, man, if you was in the presence of any of them Chicago dudes, man. That you just would not. Chicago's a different type of dudes. You're a different type of breed of characters that come up out of there, man. Y'all have no idea of what it's like living there. You have no idea what it's like being raised there. You think your life of growing up in New York is compatible to anything in Chicago. It's a different lifestyle, bro. Y'all had opportunities of making money, hustling and shit. The hustle game is all the way to the hustle game. The hustle game is different. You can't just grab a pack. Especially in that era. You couldn't just take a pack and go out there and just make money. That's not how it's built in Chicago. That's not how it's set up in Chicago. You just grab something and go out there and think you're going to make some money in that era, you would have got your wig split. It was, you had to get shit sanctioned, bro. You had to go through protocols. Chicago's a different monster, bro. That's the part people not understanding. It was a different time and a different era that she was raising them kids in. You got to get today's way of thinking out of your head when she was raising them as kids, bro. So it's like y'all will never understand. That's why she comes to the defense of her son so hard, because she know what she went through and she know what she was implementing in her kids. They weren't just lost kids. They was just surviving in Chicago. That's the part people's not understanding, man. And everybody look at Duck like he was this vile dude. Duck wasn't no killer, man. Duck used to whoop them niggas' ass physically. Duck used to physically whip their ass since they were shorties. And as they got older and gunplay started coming into play, Duck might have got out there and handled what he had to handle as he got older, but them dudes was scared of Duck because Duck used to whip their ass. That's the reality. So it's like it's layers of this stuff that people that's on the outside just seeing particular stuff on the internet don't know. And y'all take certain stuff and run with it. That's why she comes to the defense of her son so hard, man. Because that's a mother, man. That's a mother coming to the defense of her son, man. And y'all got to understand that. And Hassan takes it, and he takes it to a whole nother level, man. You should let that woman mourn, man, in her own way. You can't tell her how she should be mourning. You can't tell her she didn't go this hard for Brick. They wasn't famous when Brick got killed, man. They weren't all over the web, over the internet when Brick got killed. You can get old videos of Duck telling you how his mother was acting when his brother got killed, man. So you can't tell nobody that you don't know or you didn't physically see how nobody reacted when you don't know how they reacted. It's just now they're in the spotlight with Duck whole situation, bro. So it's like, man, let that woman mourn, man, and give her a break, man. Give her a break. Let her mourn and back up, man. You in New York. It's enough killing going on in Bronx River. It's enough killing going on right there in Brooklyn and shit, bro, that you ain't doing nothing about. You all the way in some Chicago shit just because it's hot for clickbait. For clickbait. And she just don't, and y'all take it because you know you can rile her up. And she's going to respond back. And she don't know how to verbally communicate it across right, so you try to make her look stupid, which is the fucked up part about you. So you keep coming back at her because she's going to react. Because she's gonna come back in attack mode like a pit bull, like a animal protecting a fucking cub is going to do. But she don't know how to verbally communicate that shit. So it start making her look like she's out of whack. And y'all take advantage of that stuff, man. That's the foul part about it, man. So, man, Hassan, let that woman mourn in peace, man, and back up. Back off of her a little bit, bro. Because you done got your numbers off of it, man. Let that woman mourn and do what she have to do to fight for her son's right, man. She had a right to do that. She got the right to do that. That's her baby. She pushed that fucking baby out. She got, no matter if you agree with how she raised it or if you don't understand how she raised him, she got the right to fight for her son, whether you agree with it or not. She got the right to do that. And you don't always have to be on attack mode with how she did it. Who the fuck are you? Just saying, who the fuck are you? Because if you was right there in the presence of any of her or her family, you wouldn't deliver it like that, bro. I can vouch on that. I guarantee you wouldn't deliver that message like that. As if Jesus be wiring your shit up or you have pumpkin heads going on around here, bro. I can guarantee it, man. Just my take on it, man. Like, subscribe, and share, man. And we out.